So when I found out the master perfumer Olivier Pouls was behind this creation, I just had to get my nose on it. So who knows, guys, this might be a hidden gem. So let's go ahead and crack open Davidoff's hot water and find out how good this one is. Hey, what's going on, guys? Hunter here, and welcome back to my channel. If you are a return subscriber, glad to have you here. And if you are new, what I do is I make fragrance related content, such as unboxings, first impressions, reviews, weekly fragrance rotations, and things like that. So if any of that stuff interests you at all, please just hit on the subscribe button down below. I'd really appreciate it. But of course, as you guys can tell by the intro there, we're taking a look at Davidoff's hot water, guys. Now, I have not heard many people talk about this fragrance whatsoever. So yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna be expecting when we open this one up. But like I said previously, Olivier Pouls is behind this creation, which is a beloved perfumer that has made many fantastic masterpieces, such as the Dior Homme, which is a fantastic fragrance. He also made the 1 EDP, which is also a good fragrance. And he's also made most of the Chanels. He's a huge perfumer for Chanel and made most of their less exclusives. A lot of their women's fragrances. He made Bleu de Chanel Parfum. So he has a pretty good resume for fragrances there. So, and like I said, no one's talked about this one that much at all. But yeah, let's take a look at the presentation. Of course, you have Davidoff right there, hot water in the middle. This is, of course, an eau de toilette, and this one comes in a weird size. It's actually a 3.7, 110 mil, which I've never seen that size. All right, sorry about the interruption. I actually just got a phone call and to stop the recording. But let's go on with this packaging. We were talking about the size. Yeah, never seen that size before, 110 mil. But of course, that's pretty nice to get extra 10 mils with this fragrance. Nothing on the top, and then on the bottom, well, it's gonna show the price. I actually paid $19 for this one, or $19.99. I got this one up. I picked this one up at Burlington. Which, by the way, guys, if you're looking at your local discounters like TJ Maxx, Burlington, Marshalls, Gabe's, etc., definitely check out Burlington, guys. They have a huge variety of fragrances. I'm talking about, they probably have like 100 fragrances there just for men. So yeah, they're definitely stepping their game up. Definitely check them out. But yeah, $19.99, of course. And then we'll take a look at the barcode once we open this packaging up, the cellophane. So let's go ahead and open this here. All right. I kind of like the style they're going for with the hot water. It's kind of like got this black around and then red in the middle. It's kind of like Fahrenheit, kind of reminds me of. But yeah, on the bottom there we go. We got the barcode and badge code to authenticate your product and see when your product was actually produced. Now, as far as Davidoff goes, they're well known, of course, for their cool water. You guys probably have all heard it. It is a classic that is still relevant to this day. Many people still wear that one. And then, of course, now we got hot water. Okay, interesting. Put that to the side. All right, now this bottle actually looks different than the ones that I've seen when I looked it up. So right off the bat, what I noticed is the ones that I've seen before in videos and pictures and stuff like that is on the sides, it had like a black where you could not see through the juice on one side, and then on the other side it was also black, and then just red on the front and back. This one is completely red, so I'm imagining it was probably reformulated. I'm not sure how much that's actually gonna affect this fragrance, but this is the first time I've seen this bottle. So of course we have the bottle here. I mean, the bottle actually does not look that bad at all. It's kind of got these like 3 cubes right here that is separated by these lines in the middle. Davidoff hot water, a nice black cap, like a matte black, and it is held on by friction, so you can pick it up. It does not click into place though, but it is snug. Nothing inside the cap. Of course, on the bottom we have your badge code right there. That's what it looks like. So let's go ahead and not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and spray this. I do have a fragrance on right now, but I'm gonna spray it down here, so hopefully it doesn't interfere with this one. So let's go ahead and do 2 sprays. That is a nice sprayer as well. Wow, not bad. It kind of resembles the cool water sprayer, so it's always good. Let it sit for a minute. Okay. Wow, that is actually very concentrated. Look how concentrated that is. Huh. Like I said, I did put 2 full sprays on, but let's go ahead and take a smell of hot water. All right, that's interesting. That's a interesting combo with them. All right, so right off the bat, it's opening up a little bit green. Like a little bit earthy and green is what I'm getting off of the opening. I think that might be patchouli, which comes across really green and earthy. I love patchouli. Oh, okay, it's also coming across, all right, yeah, I think I'm picking up on the basil. Which to me kind of comes across a little bit like piney and green, of course, and a little bit earthy. Yeah, this does have basil in it in the top. It's like basil and patchouli is what I'm getting right off the bat. Not red so far, just really green and earthy. But I'm sure it's gonna change. I'm sure. Let's see. All right, so once I dive deeper into the fragrance and actually try to analyze it. All right, so a little bit of spiciness is starting to come through. I think it's from the, it's like a pepper, I think it's called paprika, if I'm not mistaken, like a red, hot pepper to resemble, of course, hot water. That's obviously what they're aiming for. Is gonna be like looking at the bottle, you're gonna imagine a little, maybe like spiciness, something that just resembles red. And yeah, I am getting that. So it's coming across pretty peppery with the paprika there. All right, yeah, that's an interesting combination when you got the earthy green notes like patchouli, basil. And then of course the pepper. And I'm also getting some kind of sweetness is coming through. Wow. So I got a feeling this is gonna come across like spicy and sweet, which I don't know if those two things usually go together. They usually don't. Sweetness and spicy, those are usually two totally different things, but yeah, this is coming across now a little bit. A pinch of sweetness is coming through now. I would imagine the sweetness will become heavier as this one dries down. Once you get past, obviously, the green notes such as basil and patchouli, once those sort of fade away, you're probably gonna be left with a little bit of spiciness, because usually spicy notes last a pretty long time. And then of course, sweet notes as well last a pretty long time also. I think that is from benzoin. That is giving it like that sweetness. I'm pretty sure, yeah, benzoin can come across sweet. I know it's like a resin, but it's like a sweet resin. Not like myrrh or frankincense. Benzoin's a little bit sweet. That's exactly what's happening here. It is coming across spicy and sweet. All right, so let that sit for a minute and see if it changes. But as far as age groups go, honestly, I would say anybody can wear this one. Any age group, if you're a teenager all the way up to 50 years old or even older, anyone can pretty much rock this one. I mean, it's not bad. I wouldn't say I'm really blown away because it is a very different combination with like spiciness and sweet tones, which is throwing me off a tiny bit. Like I said, those things do not clash whatsoever. They don't go together like PB&J. No. But I'm still picking up on the green notes as well. Those have not faded away. So you pretty much got some kind of earthiness from the patchouli. You're getting the spiciness from the paprika. And then the benzoin's coming across sweet. So those three things together. I think it also has styrax in it, which I'm not picking up on. All right, so as far as seasons go for Davidoff's hot water, I would say you're definitely gonna wanna rock this in the colder weather, such as fall and winter. I don't think this would work good for the spring and summer, in my opinion, just because it is a little bit spicy. Usually spicy fragrances work the best in the colder months. But I will give you this. This actually is coming across pretty strong. Like it would actually project pretty decent. I mean, obviously we all know like sweet and spicy fragrances do project pretty good. I don't see this one being any different as far as performance goes. And also, of course, sweet fragrances are usually like, people want to say sweet fragrances come across like kind of like party fragrances, like clubbing scents, like Eros and 1 Million and Invictus, things like that. This is coming across kind of in the same genre. I mean, for $19.99, I mean, this is definitely a good pickup. I don't mind it at all. You could definitely get some good wearings out of it. If you're just looking for something that's pretty strong for a decent price. I mean, if you're into spicy fragrances, I love spicy fragrances, don't get me wrong, such as like Spice Bomb by Viktor and Rolf. That's one of my favorite fragrances for the quarter months. I also love sweet fragrances like Eros, of course, but when you class those two together, it's not really the best combination. But I do give Davidoff credit for doing something a little bit different. I think this fragrance was also released in 2009, so it's not that old like Cool Water or anything like that. I think what they were trying to do, since Cool Water was such a hit, and that's pretty much like they're almost, I don't want to say they're almost like a one-hit wonder, but I mean, Cool Water is like the only one that I'm really familiar with from Davidoff. So they're probably just trying to cash in on some more money with Hot Water to make kind of like a new fragrance that's sort of Cool Water, Hot Water, like the exact opposite, but I guess it did not take off, of course, since no one really talks about this one. But I would say if you find this one at your local discounters like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Burlington, etc., I mean, you could probably definitely try to pick this one up. Like I said, it doesn't smell bad per se. I'm not saying it stinks or anything like that. It's just that for me, the combinations just don't come across that good. I mean, I can see maybe in the air it would smell a little bit better. That's a huge possibility, of course. I'm just smelling it up close on my arm. And I mean, you do have a master perfumer behind this, so it is Olivier Paul's creation, which are usually works of art, is what he pretty much makes. Even though I look at all fragrances like works of art, but Olivier Paul's did create this one. He pretty much perfumed it, blended it. It does smell pretty well blended, I will say that as well. But yeah, not necessarily my cup of tea as far as that goes, but I would definitely wear this one, test it out, see how it performs. Maybe I'll grow to love it. Who knows? I mean, of course, fragrances, you can love a fragrance one day, hate it the next day, and vice versa. So that's pretty much going to wrap up my first impression and unboxing of Davidoff's Hot Water. Let me know down below if you've got your nose on this or even own it. I'm definitely curious on your guys' thoughts. But yeah, like the video if you liked it, subscribe down below, and I'll see all you guys in the next fragrance upload. Take care, everybody.